Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again, and I got a good one today. So somebody asked me a question about overcoming the need for approval. So if that's you and you need my approval to watch this video, well, just watch it anyway and we'll figure it out. What is the need for approval? Let's first look at that. Well, the need for approval really is stemming from a belief that I somehow don't have a connection to how much value I have to offer. So somehow I've been disconnected from my value at some point in my life, or maybe I never was connected there in the first place. And as a result, I am requiring other people to tell me what I'm good at or approve of what I'm good at or whatever, because I can't do it for myself. I was taught that this can be rooted in a subordination to some kind of authority figure or some mentor or teacher or some person who influenced your life, and that whenever we minimize ourselves according to these individuals, we will feel that way and then seek out a need for approval. And I ran that for a long time, but actually what I've realized is that the only reason you're subordinating yourself in the first place to anybody else is because you don't recognize your own value. So in reality, the very simple solution to this problem is actually just to value yourself and what you have to offer. So that's very simple. And that's the end of the video. Actually, there's a couple other pieces in there, but it's actually that simple. So I'm going to keep that piece there, but we're going to go in and kind of learn, how do we overcome that? How do we get over this piece? The first thing you want to do is you want to count in your past all the things that you've given in your life to other people. It doesn't matter who it is, but just count all the things that you've given to people, all the things that, all the ways that you've provided to other people, so you can see that you actually did. And what I found is that as people do that very simple process, it's amazing how liberating it is, and how liberating in feelings it is, and how liberating psychically it can be just to do that process. Because I find so many people, including myself, are kind of beating ourselves down so much, especially creative people, because they don't feel like they gave back enough for the gifts that they've been given in their life. And it's very common, and it actually kind of creates almost a unconscious entitlement thing, but that's for another video at some point. Anyway, what I'm talking about here is going back and actually counting all the things that you've given to other people and the contributions that you can see and feel and actually acknowledge that you have given to other people's lives. It might show up in weird forms, so be willing to stretch your mind a little bit and go outside the box. But if you do this exercise and fill up an entire page of that, or maybe 2 or 3 pages, whatever you want to do, it'll have a profound impact on how much you have a belief and have certainty. I know I talked about certainty in the other video, but you will have an amazing amount of certainty and conviction and evidence that you can rely on that says, hey, you know what, I've done a lot in my life, and hell yeah, like I'm powerful that way. That's really cool. Now, another thing you want to do is you want to also ask who have been the primary mentors in your life. So who have been the people who have maybe given you a lot of really amazing things or gifts or stuff like that. And also count what you've given back to them. So make sure you do it to the big players also. And lastly, moving forward, because a lot of the times this is kind of present-based stuff too, and you might be running into a feeling very often. So what you want to also do now is ask, what can I give? What can I give? What can I give? And keep asking that, and maybe fill up a journal with that if you want, because it'll be a really cool exercise to expand your mind and actually see how much value you have to offer, not just have offered in the past. And that'll also help you literally validate all the stuff that you have to offer. And it's really that simple. So the overcoming the need for approval is that simple. It's simply self-value. But you also have to integrate it. So there's lots of times where we just write stuff down and it doesn't really, have any huge effects. What you want to do is you want to say, what have I given, and why was that important to me to give that? That's a different question, but just go with me on that one. And then ask yourself, how did that help me feel to know that I gave that? And specifically use those words. How does that help me feel to know that I gave that? And inspire yourself with those feelings. Like, don't go into weird negative feelings. Go into the inspired feelings. And what will happen is you'll start to feel them in the body, and then you can ask yourself, hey, where do I feel that right now? And get it into the body, integrate it, and that process is actually integrating appreciation. It's a little bit beyond just writing down gratitude journals and stuff like that. And it's very effective, it's very simple, and anybody can do it, and you will get there. And once you connect thinking and feeling together, you start to feel better about yourself, and you start to believe in yourself. Your confidence goes up, your certainty goes up, credibility, self-credibility goes up, and all that stuff. And then you don't really need other people to be approving of you. And this is just what I found in my experience. I walk around now, I don't need people to approve of me. I approve of myself because I know what I can bring to the table. And that's the piece, is I know what I can bring to that table. It doesn't matter what the hell they're thinking, and because of that, I can actually play on an equal playing field with people, and it's fantastic, and it's so liberating to be in that space, and I can't wait for anyone on this video watching to get there too. Do you want to learn some more and make your life simpler so that you can feel better about things and actually accomplish what you want to do? If so, I have a monthly Facebook group that I run every month, and if you're interested in joining that, click the link below or just search up Mission Inspired on Facebook. You'll find a group in there and request to join the group, and I'll message you. We'll go over the details and we'll get you in. Now I gotta warn you, there's a small investment involved just to get in and take the training modules, and then there's an ongoing fee if you want to continue in the program and keep in the Q&A and keep in the community and get more help ongoing. But if you're interested in that, click to join the group and I will connect with you.